Meditating. Welcome, everybody, and we welcome our ancestors tonight. I'm Viata, your host for Soul Purpose Healing, and I'm in my funeral clothes again because we're going to have another funeral tonight for ignorance. Yes, yes, yes. It must die. It must die. It must die. Because if we don't let ignorance die, people are going to die. So thank you for joining me tonight for the funeral for ignorance. And our topic is this billion-dollar industry promoting disease, addiction, and the slow rising of collective consciousness. So thank you for joining me. Together, we conscious people can begin to have more and more faith, more power. When we put this ignorance to bed, bury it. So that's what my goal is tonight, to share with you some amazing truths that I've learned over the last few days. Even today, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on hair. So I even put some color in my hair again. I'm just not ready to go gray yet, but or silver. Here's my silver. And I covered whatever silver was in my roots because I'm not ready for that. But I'm ready. I love my red tone. I always wanted to have more red hair instead of that brown hair. So I got my red tone, my cosmic curls, and we are ready. We're ready to celebrate. So get your drums out. Let's do a little drumming with Becca Shea and get ready for the funeral for ignorance. Put to bed the ignorance that is harming people because they claim they don't know. They didn't know. But we want to bring that to an end. You're going to have knowledge tonight like you've never known. I got some stuff to show you that it's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind because it blew my mind. And maybe you're better. Maybe you're smarter. But I hope you're ready to have your mind blown and increase your knowledge about all this beautiful cosmic curls up here and put to death the ignorance. So get your drums out. Let's do some drumming for a minute and invite our ancestors to join us for some powerful awakening to the truth of who we really are. Okay, here we go. Bring your drums.
And hair's blood has ransomed people for God. From every tribe and language, people, every nation. Where warriors have fallen, there's a resurrection. resurrection coming. It's your time to rise and shine. Wake up, you sleeping giant. The wounds of injustice are being healed by the peace. Yahweh is bringing us power through unity. Where warriors have fallen, there's a resurrection coming. Tribals come alive. Yeah, wake up, you sleeping giant. Your heartbeat, I feel it. Yeah, I feel your heartbeat. I feel it. Yeah, I feel your heartbeat. I feel it. I feel your heartbeat. I feel it. I feel it. Yeah, I feel it. Yeshua, bring us together. Bring us together. We cry. Yeshua, bring us together. Bring us together. Together we cry. Yeshua, bring us together. Bring us together. We cry. Out for your heartbeat. Your heartbeat. Oh, your heartbeat. This is the hour to know whose side to stand by. Raise up a standard in battle for every fellow tribe. Warriors are fighting, there's a revival igniting. Search for such a time. Yeah, arise, you blazing fire. Brave ones, stand firm and listen to your destiny. The rhythm of our Father moves with victory. Where warriors are fighting, there's a revival igniting. So, my soul, God, and arise, blazing fire. Your heartbeat, I feel it. Yeah, I feel your heartbeat. I feel it. Yeah, I feel your heartbeat. I feel it. I feel your heartbeat. I feel it. I feel it. Yeah, I feel it. Yeshua, bring us together. Bring us together. We cry. Yeshua, bring us together. Bring us together. Together we cry. Yeshua, bring us together. Bring us together. We cry. Out for your heartbeat. Your heartbeat. Oh, your heartbeat.
So that's Becca Shea. She's a Christian artist. I love her music, her words, power through unity. I love that one verse has kept me going back to her song Heartbeat of the Creator, and she brings in Native American energy, Native American energy. See, my history, my genes are in Native Americans. My mother's side of the family, some of her relatives could pass for Caucasian. That's how light skinned the Native Americans were on my mother's side. And her hair was not what you would call nappy. It was curly. And my mother was a beautician, and she kept her three daughters, myself and my two sisters, she kept our hair nice and pressed when we were children. Okay, she was a beautician. She did her friend's hair because she went to the Madam C.J. Walker School of Beauty. Just a little background for you as we get into hair and put a funeral to ignorance. Okay, a little history for you. So, in my experience, the pressing comb, and I'm sure there's a lot of you all who remember that pressing comb burning your skin, your ear, your blah, blah, blah. But we were in the 60s so much wanting to have straighter hair because that was the atmosphere of the 60s. And then the 70s, I became Angela Davis. Proud. And throughout, from that time on, I was pretty natural in my hair. But my sisters and I all had different type hair. And so as we look at the funeral today of ignorance, one of the things we need to know as a melanin people with curly hair, some straight hair, I did not pick up my mother's side of the family when it came to hair because her hair was not kinky. She did her own hair, she got her hair done, but it wasn't kinky as my two sisters had the different types of hair. So this is something all melanin people should, I think, be aware of because in the 2025, you can know, if you know what type hair you have, this is the beginning of your journey to manage your beautiful hair. And I'm going to put a little picture up here of what it means for different types hair. And I just learned about this. I hope you can see that. Let me blow that up. Okay, I just learned about this myself, but you've got the 1C, 2C, 3C, 4C that helps you know how to manage your hair. So let's not have any ignorance about it. There are different types of hair. I think it's beautiful that people have done the research. They've categorized the different hair because melanin people, Indian people, any melanin people are going to have different types of hair. Now you've got the straight hair, usually European style hair. You've got the 2ABC here that's a little curl wavier, more wavier. And then you've got the 3ABC here that starts the curls, the cosmic curls are going up. And then the 4C, which my middle sister has the 4C. She's way over here with the really tight curls. I've always been kind of on the verge of 3 and 4 little curls, but still it gets tight in the summer. My older sister was on this end of the spectrum here. So we always had different type hair, but we always managed it with the pressing comb, okay? So now, that's just a little history. And we're going to be going into a lot of history because when you have to put ignorance to death, you're going to have to know a little history. So that was my experience, not even understanding the type hair I had. My mother had that pressing comb and those curling irons that she managed our hair with. And then we got into other chemicals. But I want to just go briefly into let me just read some comments because I think I need to reply to my sister Zelda. Great, Empress Regina, great being to all. Thank you, Empress, for joining us. We need your energy tonight, Empress, because we're all collectively putting an end to ignorance, funeral time. And my sister Zelda says, grand evening, wise woman. We're on the trail with you going to the ignorance of funeral. Yes, because a 1-year-old child died last week. I did a Rumble video about the ignorance. It was my first funeral for ignorance because when a 1-year-old child dies because her mother, father, and granny were so ignorant about trusting the medical system, it's like, I'm doing funerals for ignorance from now on because a 1-year-old child, the messenger came to wake them up. So now they know better about handing their child over to a crazy nurse who jabs you 6 times and then you're dead. Your child is dead. That's an ignorance that we put that to death in my Rumble video. So go to Rumble to see the first funeral for ignorance that I did. And we're having another one here because this wig thing is out of control and people are ignorant about what it's doing to their brain. Not just their brain, their skin. They got going bald here and they're like, we got to have a wig. So anyway, I digress a little bit. So I want to go to Zelda. My sister says here, just discovered new natural hair coloring to get rid of the gray hair now that it's popular. I refuse to color it because it's all part of learning to love self. I totally agree, sister. Now, I decided when I went to Beliefs, I wanted to have red hair. So I found a henna that is just beautiful. It's like putting a conditioner in my hair. So I'm using a henna, a mahogany henna. I did it today and put it on my ear, and my gray's gone for a minute. It'll be back. But I don't have, my gray has been my silver. This is my silver covering right now. My silver has been so slow to come in. I'm like, well, whatever. And it just creeps in a little bit. And then I like, no, let's go red today. Because I wanted to have purple hair, but that's too much trouble. You got to bleach your hair and do all that. So I'm really glad that women are letting their silver hair come through. This is okay. It's natural. But I'm choosing to be red. And it didn't cost me but $5, $10. I don't know how much that box cost. But I think it's all natural henna. Gets rid of the gray, and I'm good to go with my curls. So I want to first of all go down the rabbit hole just a little bit as we go to the funeral process, we got to know what's in the rabbit hole a little bit. Bill Gates is someone that we should all be aware of the wickedness and the evil in this person. And so this very short video tells you Bill Gates' plan for the world, okay? And I want you to just listen to it, and then we're going to get into all the other plans. And from Bill Gates, you can figure out why this wig thing is very intentional for promoting disease and addictions and more. So let me pull up Bill Gates so we can all just pay attention. And then you can come with questions about what that means or what you think about it. But if you've never seen this, Bill Gates did a TED Talk many years ago about the equation to reduce the population. Okay? And we all got it, and they've taken this down because they know we not got the knowledge. Here we go.
The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
Now, what did he just say? He said the world has a certain number of people on the planet. And if we do a really good job with vaccines, healthcare, and let's just listen to it one more time, and we'll know what Bill Gates and the elite are planning for us, the population that he says there's too many of. Listen again, one more time.
The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
Okay, now for me, sounds like he wants to reduce the population. Okay, the elite and all of them. So if you didn't know that, that's the first level of funeral ignorance. If you didn't know that, then now you know. He said it. I didn't say it. He said it. His plan, the equation is, he said to reduce from 6 points going up to 9. They don't want the population increasing because there's just too many people, as if we didn't have enough land in this state. Do you know, in the United States, the majority of the people are living in big cities, and we have all this empty space all over the country that nobody's living in. Yes, that's exactly what he just said. Zelda said, let me ask. Zelda said, did he just say they can get rid of more people by jabbing? Yes, he just said that. Shaking my head, help us. So, yeah, so that's why I thought about that, and that's why I came on late, because I couldn't find that video. I saved it because you can't find it on YouTube anymore. That's what he just said. So just think of the intention of Mr. Gates and the billionaires and those who have the evil plan, and the WHO, which controls my YouTube videos half the time when there's too much truth. Just think about Bill Gates spending all that money, especially in Africa. Bill Gates been very busy in Africa, sending over those great jabs that they want to do a real good job with, the health care and all that. It's take that 6.8, let's keep that 6.8 billion down. We don't want to have anybody having more babies. And this idea that our hair is not exempt from that plan is where the ignorance is. You got to think about it. Coverings on our head are creating, in my opinion, mental illnesses. Yes. This billion-dollar industry, in my opinion, is promoting disease, addiction, and slowing the rise of a collective consciousness where we can enjoy more peace on this earth. But if we don't have a collective consciousness rising, we're going to see more suffering and more wars. So this first video was so educational for me that I said, oh my goodness, I got to play this. And I'm going to be stopping it to just comment. And if you have any comments, I'll show your comments as well, because it's so powerful. And there is a very simple, I'm going to, at the end of the show, I'm going to give you some really great ideas on how to take care of your natural hair with very low budget. You don't have to spend a lot of money, because they've been spending thousands of dollars now, this younger generation, on hair, somebody else's hair, plastic hair. Remember, plastic, polyester is a very low vibration. Plastic and polyester vibrates at the same frequency of a corpse, dead body, because sometimes a dead body still has a little blood pumping in it, heart, but maybe no, heart's not, brain cells, something. So they measure dead body or corpses at something like 50 hertz, 25. It's the same vibration they say polyester and plastic has. So we got people running around here putting on more plastic on. If it's not enough to put the polyester on the body, we putting it on our head too. Oh my goodness. Help us, ancestors, help us. So the ancestors are helping us. That's what I'm happy about. We are getting help from the ancestors, because more and more people are waking up, taking on the Messiah's spirit of truth and love. So this video is called The Truth About How Lace Frontals Began to Dominate Black Hair Trends and the History about it. Because everywhere you look, they got lace frontals, glue. I don't understand for the life of me why anybody thinks putting glue on your head is healthy or non-harmful. Hello. I have watched so many videos lately about hair that I'm so grateful that I have this knowledge, because my granddaughter is struggling with her hair. She's like a 2C, 3C. She has very wavy, but it gets tangled and it's long. And her mother and father don't seem to see the need to cut her hair right now, because it's getting longer and it's tangled every day. Grandma is going to take care of that this week. I'm just like, we're not dealing with this frustration with her hair this week. Grandma has got a new conditioner that you guys are going to just love. I don't know, maybe you've already heard about flaxseed gel. Oh, I can't wait to try it. I actually have flaxseed gel in my hair, but I'm going to get to that at the end. It is amazing to get rid of tangles and for conditioning. Oh, I'm so excited. So let me get to this video, The Truth About lace frontals. It's a new thing, but she goes into a great needed history here. And so that's what I love. We're going to be so educated that the ignorance is going to go running tonight. Oh my goodness. So let me start here, and here we go.
So you telling me,
hold on, let me make sure you can see that. Yeah. Okay. You can see that. The truth about lace frontals. And let me put up a disclaimer first here, because I don't want anybody send me. So far, YouTube has been, they've been leaving me alone. I've had so many bugs coming in here. I'm putting up a disclaimer first. I have had so many, let's see, right? Yeah, okay. I've had so many bugs coming in here giving me messages. And today I had 4 crows show up outside my door, and they were like, yeah, they were so loud, they got my attention. I'm like, what is with these damn crows running so loud? So I looked in my animal book. I don't know where that is. And wow, it was a very powerful message at the moment. 4 crows, kind of, big crows, and it's so noisy. And I can't find my animal book. I'll read it to you later. But that was another myth. But I've had a wasp fly into my house, knock himself on the ceiling, so I know he was like over there. Then he go, and then I have to guide him back out. This is 4 times in the last several weeks, and the wasp is all about protection. So I keep getting messages like that from nature, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Let's just keep going, because YouTube has not been messing with me lately about that. I don't like that video. I don't like that video. Nope, they're not saying that. And if they do, I'm going to rumble. So let's listen to this, the truth about these lace frontals. And it's so much history in this. You're going to love it. I hope you're going to love it. So here we go.
That they are sending hair from India to black women over here. And we all know that there's all types of hair, yeah.
The ones shipped from India, shaving the woman's head.
Okay.
They shave their hair off to get rid of their bad karma and all that stuff.
So they shaving their hair off to get rid of their karma, and they're sending their hair over here to us, and they're marketing it. They're marketing it. Yeah, right. They market it to black women on purpose because they want us to take their karma. And if not, it's like an energy transference.
I have seen my future is in Africa because I have seen hundreds of African women. When they come into our shop, I see the eyes gleaming with happiness, and they see so much hair. Their joys, you can't see how joyful they are because they think their beauty is enhanced by this wearing this hair phenomenally.
100% human hair, HD lace frontal, 200% density with pre-plucked hairline and pre-bleached knots. Everything you've been searching for, all in one wig. It's everything you've ever dreamt of. But is it really?
Let's just take a minute. Let's just take a minute, okay? And appreciate what I got on top of my head. Y'all see this? Do y'all see this? I don't think y'all see this. Y'all see this?
Let's be honest. Wearing someone else's hair is so normal today that we rarely stop to question it. It's the norm. But have you ever paused to think about the action of which you are a participant of? Let's just do so, just for one moment. Let's think about it. This hair, woven into perfect strands, holds the DNA of another person, a stranger, someone you've never met, someone likely of a different ethnicity, culture, and most definitely of a different spiritual or religious conviction.
Now, they're talking about DNA of a living person's hair. But as I mentioned earlier, the plastic, the artificial hair carries what? Low vibration of a corpse, a dead person. So you can take it either, the hair is either bringing in vibration of death, or it's bringing in the DNA of another person that she's going to highlight here from other cultures, karma, what have you.
This is hair of unknown origins that we pay a pretty penny for, that is being placed millimeters away from our brain. You're not just wearing hair, you're wearing a part of someone else's life. Imagine if it were their fingernails or skin, for example. I know that's an eerie thought. But hair, after all, is made of the exact same proteins. But somehow today, we've convinced ourselves that this is different. This is totally natural. This is normal. This action is so accepted that you'd be seen as the odd one out if you dare to question it.
I'm sorry I'm going to cut your hair, but this is what we do for living. Thank you so much for allowing me to cut your hair. So I just wanted to show you guys how we get the baby tin hair. It's gotten from a real Vietnamese hair, and we're just going to do the cutting. So I had to take permission from them to do the cutting because I want to prove to you guys that we sell raw dono.
So some of you may remember Chris Rock made a movie several years ago called Good Hair. And he documented all this that she's showing us right now of where this hair comes from. They do these ceremonies and then they ship it off and you pay thousands of dollars for it. So let me just fast forward a little bit and get to the next big part, how it's altering energy.
And lace strip along the hairline mimics hair growing naturally from the scalp. Each strand carefully tied to the lace, allowing for a seamless, undetectable hairline. The lace itself blends effortlessly with the skin, creating the illusion of real hair while offering versatility and limitless styling options. I must note that there are variations to the lace front wig with options like the full lace wig, the 360 lace wig, and the U-part. When the term lace front wig is used in this video, it encapsulates all of these options. Looking around today, it's clear that lace front wigs have become a staple in modern beauty trends with a very, very high concentration in Black culture. You either own one, plan to, or know someone who does. Or you might be in that category where all three applies. But something strange happens to many users the moment that wig is worn. It's as if the wig doesn't just alter their appearance, it alters their energy.
I felt like a Puerto Rican. a Puerto Rican.
Almost as if people morph into entirely different personas, radiated a new and perceived found beauty and assurance.
You have no idea how lucky you are to look the way you look now and to be the way you are. And you are perfect, just the way you are.
For most, this wig is an integral part of the starter pack for achieving the ultimate glow up and finally fitting into today's desirability aesthetic. Who would have thought that attaching someone else's hair strands onto your head, pasting it on, would have had such an effect? It's obvious why this once niche product evolved into a global phenomenon. But how exactly is this multi-billion-dollar industry sustained? This aspect is not as obvious as you may think. The journey of a single lace wig often begins in countries like India, where hair is harvested in religious temples and ends up on the heads of millions of consumers worldwide, especially in the continent of Africa and in the United States, where Black women are the largest demographic driving the market. The global human hair trade business may have several players, but three giants dominate the industry. India, reigning supreme, holds the largest market share with a staggering 88% in 2022, trailed behind by Pakistan at 2.76% and Singapore at 2.5%. If you're wondering where is China, like I was, they're actually all the way down to number 9 on the list with a total of 0.5% of the market share. And that is still a pretty significant market share, but they're nowhere close to where they used to be. All in all, these figures suggest that most of the lace front wigs that are available today commercially on the market is probably from here that is sourced from India. So let's go to India. India, with a population of over 1.47 billion, faces stark economic inequality. 16.4% is said to live in extreme poverty, while the wealthiest 10% controls 77% of the nation's wealth. This disparity plays directly into the human hair trade industry. In rural areas, women sometimes sell their hair to make ends meet, collecting strands from combs and other areas to barter for a small income.
It is not just temple hair that is collected.
So the question becomes, do you know where your hair comes from? Otherwise, your ignorance is going to cause balding, mental problems, and who knows what else. Let's skip forward and learn a little bit more.
This hairy business is one company that's grown so successful, the city named a main street after it, Rebecca. The founder hails from Xiaogong village as well.
一家发制品专业公司，每年呢就是生产各类假发是3000多万套。另外，我们长丝项目每天生产。
This is very nice, right? This one is natural color black. You can see how silky this is. Very soft.
Christy is from Congo, Central Africa. She is a full-time influencer working for Rebecca. She broadcasts every day from Xichang City to audiences across America.
Other popular names include Great Lengths, located in Italy, Indic Hair, which is located in both India and the United States, Adrena's, which is located in Japan, and other companies that remain faceless and nameless. There are 3 striking truths when it comes to the economics of the lace front wig and Black women's involvement in the industry. First, Black women are neither the producers of the raw materials, which is the hair itself, nor are we the processors or manufacturers who transform the hair into marketable wigs.
So, as you can see, the money from the Black community is going into companies that are helping them change their appearance. But the reality is starting to come forth that it's not just helping them change their appearance, but it's helping their brains to change, their mental state to change, their health to change. And especially women are starting to get alopecia in this area. Now, go back to Bill Gates now. I'm starting to really see how intentional all this is. Between the food, the jabs, and all the other things that are developing in the chemtrails, the people who have money, they're not spending their money in the most beneficial ways for human growth and well-being. They're investing in ways to reduce the population. So I'm starting to see this is just another way, in my opinion, for them to take people down to a level of low frequency, which means more suffering and more sickness. Now, I'm going to go to one more video of a testimony of a woman, the powerful reason why she stopped this. I thought this was so beautiful that I have to share this. I mean, I watched so many videos this whole week, the last few days, in fact, that I just chose the ones to me that have the most powerful impact to kill ignorance and raise our consciousness. And this is one that I really liked. So I want to share this with you. Let's see. Okay, I think we got. Okay, get rid of that one. And go to this one. Okay, here we go.
Then, so I went from
start over. She's
So I never thought in a million years I would be doing this sort of video. I had to go to therapy to get myself to this point. I love my hair. My hair insecurity journey, it started with.
Now, did you hear her? She had to go to therapy because many of the women who wake up to the idea that this wig is not me, this wig is poisoning me, it's toxic, they need therapy. And this is what I'm starting to realize. We got a lot of mental illness and ill health because of the choices women are making about wearing these wigs.
When I was 15 and I came into the UK, and I remember showing up to class with my afro, as I was used to doing in my home country, Kenya. This girl, who shall not be named, in case you're watching, hello, she came to me and she whispered, "Oh, honey, we don't wear our hair like that here." Long story short, relaxed my hair. And then, so I went from doing weaves every 4 weeks, and when I didn't have a weave, I would have a wig on to just cover myself up. The point at which I started to question myself was in 2020. Where in 2020, we're locked in. Literally all the hairdressers are closed. So I had a boyfriend who was white. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I have to face my boyfriend who at this point, 1 year in, had never actually seen my natural hair. By this time, my hair was so damaged by all the weaves and wigs. Now, let's talk about it. And I'm not here to bash anyone. If you're on your own wig journey, fair play to you. The lace was actually damaging my hair My own scalp wasn't breathing. It was like undercover. And thankfully, my boyfriend, he took me on that journey. He was patient with me. He loved me for my hair, for who I was. I did all sorts. I went for the oils. I spent so much money. I remember taking MSM and absolutely going off my mind. Aloe vera, onion. Oh, I smelled like a curry. Anyway, at this point, I was going through therapy for other reasons. And I remember just saying to my therapist, actually, I feel so insecure. I don't want to go to work with my natural hair. I don't want to go to a job interview with my natural hair. I've been told that Black girls are the least attractive women in the world, especially because of our hair, because we can't do that thing. Our hair is not cascading down our butt or whatever people want to say. My therapist worked with me, and I remember her going, you know, you've just got to jump out of your comfort zone. And I was like, you know what? I'm determined. I'm going to do it. What could go wrong? Will I die? Will I die if I show up in my hair looking natural and stuff? When you start getting used to how your face looks with your natural hair, you're going to start loving your face. Every time I looked in the mirror and I didn't like my face, I was like, it's just because I'm not used to it. Our hair is the only type of hair that defies gravity. It's actually going, actually, I am beautiful from within. My hair defies gravity. My head is my crown. I am blessed. Like, the hair is one thing. I can have butt implants, boob implants, all kinds of implants. I can change my teeth, but literally my hair is growing from my scalp. And when I start to love what's growing from my scalp, then I get to love that part of me. So your body is 70% water. So if you want to water this garden, you've got to water yourself. Most Black women, we actually have really low iron. So I doubled up on my iron supplements, and I doubled up on my vitamin D supplements in winter. And I've also now been taking biotin, but it's got to be really high quality biotin. The girl that inspired me on this journey is called Star Puppy. She did a video about her hair regimen and all the oils that she mixes and uses. So this is like a video if you're going through something like that, where there's a part of you that you don't really like. I would say start liking it before it even changes, because then that gives you the motivation to take care of it, to nurture it, to let it grow, and whatever phase you're in, you're just gonna continue loving it.
So I love her honesty, transparency, and testimony about the struggle, the need for therapy. When women are coming to an awareness, thank goodness, that this is harmful products you're putting on your brain, covering your head, cover your brain. Now, I talk a lot about linen because I learned about the vibration and high frequency of linen versus plastic plastic clothing of polyester, rayon. All of these clothings are taking away from the human vibration of powerful energy that keeps us alive, okay? So over the last few years, or months actually, I've been making linen, and I realized, how many of you know where linen comes from? Any hands? Anybody know where linen comes from? How it's made? What's the plant that linen is made from? So once I realized where linen came from, I watched videos about how they make it, the plant and all that. It's a very natural plant, blah, blah, blah. They have to, take the fiber. They have to dry the plant. They have to prepare the fiber. And so I got really excited about just the idea of, biblically, we've been all told linen is the fabric to wear, and wool, because 5,000 hertz versus 50 dead man's vibration. Oh, so just the other day, I saw a video about flaxseed gel for the hair. And actually, the product I use, which is called Curl Mix, Curl Mix has flaxseed gel in it. That is the plant that linen is made from. Linen comes from the flax plant. So you see, when you read the Bible, there's a lot of information about flax, the flax plant. Wouldn't you know it? One of the best products to use for the hair is flaxseed gel. I'm so excited because my granddaughter, as I said, has been struggling with her hair every morning when she's here because it gets so tangled. She has long curly locks. They're not a 4C. They're more like a 3C. But when she lays down at night and turns and talks, she wakes up with one tangled mess. And her dad has this spray that he puts on, and she's trying to learn at 11 years old. She'll be 11 soon, how to comb her own hair. But it's a real struggle because that spray ain't working. It's not taking the tangles away. But guess what? Flaxseed gel. I can't wait to try it. I put flaxseed in me all the time. Every day I use flaxseed that's been ground up, because it's a good source of omega-6. I think it's omega-6 oil, which is what we need for a good heart and brain and all that. So I use it every day. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to put that flaxseed meal. It's called meal because it's ground up. But if you take flaxseed seeds, buy flaxseed, half a cup of flax seeds in 2 cups of water, boil it till it becomes thick. And then you use that, let it cool off, and strain it. Get all the seeds out and make sure it's just a gel. Drain it with a cheesecloth or whatever. And then you take that gel, and there's some great YouTube videos that demonstrate this. I could show you some, but we're running out of time. And you just put that on, and these women, the tangles come out, and they put that, because it's a thick gel, and they put that gel on wet hair, put it on your wet hair, and it just removes the tangles, the hair. And this is what's on my hair right now. If you can see, it's dry now, but I use this Curl Mix. Curl Mix has 4 stages: wash, conditioner, and then the last 2, a conditioner that stays in, and then the flax gel goes on at the end, so that I don't have to braid it for the next few days. I can just put my hair cover on at night. Wake up, if I have to go anywhere, I just puff it up, and look at that. Look at all those beautiful curls come up. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. And without the flax, it just starts in this heat, and it's getting hotter in Florida. The humidity is going to shrink it, so it'll be really tight. But with the flax gel that stays on, in this case, it's a stay-on product that causes my hair to have some real interesting texture, little coils there. My cosmic curls are really working for me right now. So this is what we have to do for this younger generation. Ladies, men, if you have daughters, this is very important that you don't let them slip into the Bill Gates ideology that you need to reduce the they're trying to reduce the population, and they're using every possible system. Hair care, billion-dollar business, is not about just beauty. Trust me, it's not about, because do your homework. I hope these videos today are showing you in fact, there's more to learn about these wigs and weaves, and because there's a great video I watched with a committee of women, Black women, who are professional hair stylists, talking about how do they present more healthier alternative products to their customers. Now that they know how toxic the waves and weaves and braids and all that is, now that they know, these professional women are coming together and saying, what can we do to help our clients have healthier hair, healthier products, and stop the deception that the wigs are okay. The wigs are causing all kinds of alopecia. For the life of me, as I said, I don't know how any woman thinks putting glue on your hair and smashing a wig on is going to help you not be sick or diseased. This is the ignorance we're dying today. Stop it. Stop it. This is creating more problems in your body. We already have enough stress in our lives, don't we? Where we don't need any more stress, unnecessary stresses. We really don't. So this is our moment. And my brother Kwame's in the house, and he says this is the perfect time because there is a bright last night and tonight, he says your full moon class of sharing light of knowledge. Yes, yes, yes. And this is a full moon for the rest of the year for all of us, especially elders, those of us who have healthier hairstyles, to share with the younger generation. I notice every time I see a TikTok video or a YouTube video of women fighting, especially melanin women fighting, they all got these wigs on. Some of them end up pulling the other one's wig off and throwing it over here and they fighting. This video I watched the other day where this woman was sitting at a dinner table arguing about who was going to pay the bill. Every one of them were wearing long wigs and long nails, and they're arguing about it. And I'm like, there's something going on with these women not being able to have healthy conversations, relationships. They're fighting each other. They're arguing about each other. And then not to mention the level of poverty this must be creating, because you can't wear these wigs without spending a lot of money. Here's the issue. If you need to wear a wig because you had some type of medical treatment, chemotherapy, and you lost all your hair, what else can you do if you got to go to work? Some people don't want to be bald. But in the meantime, 24/7, 365-day wig wearing is going to cause problems in your body. So my advice is take a break from the wig and put on some nicely wrapped, colored fabrics, preferably cotton. Don't put more polyester on your head, but cotton. Go to the fabric store. There's plenty of beautiful cotton fabrics. Get a yard of fabric and come on and look at some YouTube videos on how to wrap that hair, that cloth around your hair while you're healing from whatever baldness issues showed up. There are ways to choose beautiful appearances for your hair, for your head, that are not going to cause you a dis-ease, because that's what's happening. We've been confused. Bill Gates has brought in so much evil on this planet that if you're listening to him, you're going to be going down a trail of ignorance and death. We don't even want to, because that man, along with many others in his crowd, is not looking out for your health. Here's something I thought about with all this tariff confusion. China is providing a lot of products for America. I don't know about you, but everything you pick up is made in China, made in China, made in China. They're also a big provider of wigs and hair. Guess what? If that traffic stops, might be a mixed blessing for everybody who's waiting for the hair from China. I'm just saying, sometimes things happen and everything is divine order, and you just don't realize the blessing that could come from that. So let me read some more comments before we go. We've got Naima Latif. Thank you for joining us. Women who grow up in families and societies where they are treated badly if their hair is considered unattractive are emotionally damaged from the mistreatment. As you heard from the woman who tested her testimony earlier, she had to go to therapy. She needed therapy. It's okay. I would just want to give all of you a hug, all this younger generation, older generation who are so addicted to and depending on these wigs and hair pieces and extensions. I want to give you a hug and say, let's start the therapy, because The ignorance is going to lead to suffering and disease. Breast cancer is on the rise. And how do I know? I'm on 3 Facebook breast cancer support groups. I go on there every day, and every day there's a woman coming on talking about, I just got diagnosed with breast cancer. I'm like, what? What is going on? Every day. I'm not kidding. Somebody's posting, can you give me some advice on whether to take chemo, radiation, or surgery? I'm like, what? And some of them I don't even comment on because they've already had the radiation, they already had chemo. I'm like, I give them a prayer, comment with prayer and a hug, because your journey, I don't know what it's going to be like, but wouldn't be my journey, that's for sure. More suffering coming. So yes, emotional damage is what we're seeing from women who are been wearing these coverings, false coverings, thinking Beyonce is the one who I should look like, or one who's really by Serena Williams. Oh my goodness, so the GOAT of tennis. I don't know if she's lost her mind or what, but she's taken on this new persona of blonde hair and fashion. She doesn't know what to do with her time right now, as far as I'm concerned, but show her blonde, straight hair and fashion. And she's posing and doing this. She's taken on just this weird persona right now of demonstrating that since she's rich, she can have more blonde wigs now. And that's what women are being influenced by, unfortunately. And I hope she wakes up before those wigs damage her hair. I don't care if it's real hair or not. The glue, just the glue alone, it couldn't be good. So Naima says they have to unlearn the indoctrinated self-hate and relearn self-love, either through self-help books, yes, videos, classes, or maybe even therapy. Absolutely. And there's plenty of that on YouTube. I spent the whole day yesterday practically just watching video after video of hair products and different therapies and how women are using natural products. I strongly suggest that you look into Black products now, that we always talk about, let's support our Black businesses. This is a great opportunity to support Black businesses. If you've been wearing wigs and hair pieces and spending money on that instead of, hey, how about buy some land? Save your money for land. That's going to be a much better investment, because there are lots of Black-owned hair companies using natural products to help you get your crown back. Okay, there's lots of them. My favorite is Curl Mix, but I found another, Melanin Hair Care. Ooh, I'm going to look into her leave-in conditioner because people are raving about that. However, I strongly urge you to try flaxseed gel. That flaxseed gel, along with the linen, it's all made from the same plant, is going to heal and raise your vibration. If you're putting that in your hair, it has all these nutrients in it. It helps get rid of tangles. Flaxseed gel, half a cup of flax seeds in a pot, 2 cups of water, boil it till it starts thickening up, let it cool, strain it, and then use that gel on your hair as a conditioner. I've seen some videos where they rinse it out after an hour, some videos where they keep it in. I'm wearing right now a leave-in conditioner that has flax seed gel in it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I know that, and one woman even on a video said it made her hair grow in 7 days. I think she said she got 2 inches of hair growth from flaxseed gel. Let's get smart, ladies and men. You men out there, you need to listen too, because most of you melanin men are just shaving your hair off, think you can get away with that, but you probably need to do some nourishing of that bald head and bring back some of those cosmic curls. Now, Naima says linen is made from the fibers of the flax plant. Yep, that's right. And I think that's the name of the plant. These fibers are located in the stem of the plant and are harvested for linen production. That's if you want to see how that's done, go to YouTube. There's several. I think there's several. I watched several videos about how they make the linen. They lay those plants out, save the seeds. Now we know everybody should be saving their seeds. There's something good in them. These flax seeds are powerful stuff to help your hair. The whole plant. If you get a flax plant, don't throw the seeds away. And you can, if you want, try and make some linen, but that's a lot of work. In fact, they have to take that stem and lay it out in the sun. They lay it out to dry. Then they have to cut it, and then they stream it. And then we get this powerful fabric that is at 5,000 high vibration. Let's match our clothing with our head and become the powerful goddesses and gods and queens and kings that the Europeans are looking for. There's a lot of women and men out there from European culture that are waiting for the melanin people to rise up and be the kings and queens that they were intended to be. But we've been distracted. And now's the time, as Kwame said, this is the hour for us to wake up, shine our light, take off the wig. Serena Williams, please sit down and do something else. Go take care of your kids. Stop waving your blonde hair around. We don't need that image anymore. We really don't. But that's why I'm here. Funeral to ignorance for the rest of the year, as far as I'm concerned, until we see a raise in consciousness, because that's what these wigs are doing. It's interfering with the collective rise of consciousness. Too many women are falling for it. You are beautiful. You are different. Melanin women are very different. That's the way it's meant to be. And Zelda says, we use it daily in a smoothie. Me too. Me too. I just bought last week, I bought a whole bag of ground up flax seeds, and we'll be getting flaxseed gel and try it out. Who knew? Thanks for sharing. Now you can just make the gel. Make the gel. All you have to do, a half a cup of your flax seeds in a pot. Put some water in there, let it boil, and then when it gets thick, you strain it and let it cool off, and then make sure you have a cheesecloth or something to strain it and get all the seeds out, or keep the seeds in and get all the gel. Squeeze that cheesecloth and get all that gel. And then when it's cool, put it in a glass jar and use that gel on your hair to be as a conditioner and gets rid of tangles. Watch some of the YouTube. Just type in flaxseed gel for the hair. You have too many. You'll have so many videos to watch. You'd keep you busy for hours. So that's the knowledge I gained just in the last day that I'm going to practice. I don't have to practice it because I've got a product that has a curl mix. If you want to buy a product, get the curl mix. It comes in like a 4-package, 4 different products you have to use that keep your hair, if you don't have locks, it keeps your hair together. And so you don't have to do too much with your hair. And you can just get up and use your fingers to puff it up and go and do your thing. Or, ladies, as your alopecia is healing, just consider wearing a beautiful fabric of your right color. If you have a certain skin tone, you need to look at the color. Some women don't look good in certain colors, so look at color charts and just buy fabric while your head is healed, your alopecia, because there's a lot of women have damaged their hairline with glue. Whoever thought glue was a good idea to put on their hair to wear a wig? The insanity. And Zelda says a doctor was just sentenced to 45 years for treating women with cancer who really didn't have it. Yeah. That's the insanity out there. It's like are you getting a second opinion? That's my thought too when I go on these Facebook pages and women say, I just got diagnosed with cancer. Should I go chemo? Should I go? I'm like, none of the above. Go to German New Medicine. That's this prop back here, and get to the root cause first. Because once you know the root cause, emotional conflicts, relationship conflicts, lack of emotional intelligence, too much anger, too much unforgiveness, too much guilt, too much grief, all of that's in my book, my new book. I talk about all the people I met in my book who showed me the relationship conflicts they were having before they had their diagnosis. And Zelda says, maybe we need to do a group chat for the younger ladies who need to know. Absolutely. Whenever the opportunity comes up that young women are willing to share their experience, then I think every senior male or woman, man or woman, should be ready to have those group chats. We so need them right now. We so need them. We need to have healthy conversations with the young generation about what they are ignorant about and give them the knowledge and then let them make the decision. So this is the cover of my new book. It's available on Amazon.com, Barnes and Noble, and even if you don't have Kindle, because it's only as an ebook, you can actually send me an email at viata.com, viata@hotmail.com, and I'll send it to you as a PDF. Because this book is a manual for the prevention of cancer. There was so much help in the writing this book the first time, and then the second time. The cover itself is sacred geometry that reminds us. This sacred geometry reminds us of the master design in everything on planet Earth, from your body to the sunflower seeds, to the bees, the birds, everything. This is a sacred geometry reminder of who we really are. And we're on a path to enlightenment. So I hope this has been helpful. Like and subscribe, please, to my YouTube channel. And Rumble, I'm on Rumble now. Viata's or Your Holistic Life Coach on Rumble, because sometimes YouTube gets crazy and they don't like the truth too much. But so far, I've been blessed that they haven't done anything crazy with me, and I'm able to speak the truth and share with you what I'm learning that's helping me be energized and just in such peace. I have had so much peace in my life, and I'm in such gratitude, such gratitude. So thank you all for joining me tonight and sharing your comments. And please share this with your friends and family, and let them know how much we love them. And we want them to come out of the ignorance and become more like our ancestors. Use the pressing comb if you need to. At least it's not going to harm you, because it's a temporary quick fix to the curls if you need them. And even they don't even use pressing combs anymore. They have all kinds of gadgets where you can just stretch those curls. Please, let's make a choice to be wiser and take better care of your brain health, head health, and throw the wigs and out, because you're contributing to a toxic industry that you're not benefiting from, other than vanity, vanity, and more vanity. So everybody have a great week. Zelda is on tomorrow morning, Monday Morning Mindfulness. I love joining her in the morning because she has the most peaceful meditation and bells and breathing. And so tune in to Zelda at higherlearningnetwork.com. I think it is. If Zelda, if you're still here, post that, and I'll put that up. And so that's tomorrow morning. Start your day with Zelda, and bring in the morning with a higher thought pattern. See, being on these shows where we're have a higher thought pattern takes you, that's your therapy to come out of the system, the matrix way of thinking that causes you to be confused about your beauty and how powerful you are. So tomorrow, how to avoid getting kidnapped with job searching. Oh, that's tomorrow on Higher Learning Network with Zelda. Thank you, Zelda. So join her in the morning for some great first half hour you just don't want to miss because of the beautiful meditation, and Zelda's just very entertaining and loving and wise. So thank you, Zelda. All right, we're going to say goodnight, and again, like and subscribe, please, and share. So to all my yogi friends out there, namaste, sat nam. Keep up the good work, raising your vibration and nourishing your hair and your body. Shalom. Oops, sorry. We're gonna